Hello there, it's Jenny McGarvey here with you today, sharing how I made this page working together using a bunch of Chic Tags Happy Place. Now, the point of this page was to use a sketch that I have created that I will share with you at the end of the video and also on the coordinating blog post. But also the other point, not only to use the sketch, was also to use scraps. I don't use a full sheet of paper on this layout. I just use pieces left over from other pages that I had created. That can sometimes be a challenge, actually, since you don't always have a full page to make something. You might just have a whole bunch of bits and pieces left. And I wanted to share how you can still make an entire page out of coordinating bits and pieces of paper that you have left. So after I trimmed up my photos and I got them laid out where I think they're about going to go, I'm looking over the papers and deciding which ones that I think that I'll use. I do have one also from the Schoolhouse collection in my pile of ones that I thought coordinated, but in the end I didn't actually use the Schoolhouse paper, which is this one, the gray and white herringbone. I decided to go with the happier, brighter colors from the Happy Place collection. Now this larger paper I'm trimming up and going to use as the background pretty much for this paper. I had already trimmed off an inch or so from the 12 by 12 using a strip of it on a previous project. Now that one actually works out great for me since this page is sort of a page about sewing, and so that sort of has a quilted effect. Right now I'm just matting my photos on a plain white paper and adding to them to the page where I think that I might ultimately like them to end up. Now I'm still trimming up a few pieces of patterned paper that I had left in bits. That one is actually a favorite of mine, and deciding where I think that it might go just as an accent, because most of it's actually honestly gone, so I only have little bits and pieces left. So now that I'm pretty happy with how everything looks, I'm going to go ahead and adhere it all down, and then also adhere the photos as well. So now once I have all these pieces and bits in place, I will start to work on sort of the focal point, other than the photos, which is a heart die cut from Lifestyle Crafts that cuts out a bunch of little hearts from the main die cut. I love to use the negative space of this one. It's really fun once it's already all punched out. Now I'm going to go ahead and run that die cut through my Evolution machine using the Genius platform. Pull it out, look at it, start popping out the hearts. But while I'm doing that, I decide that maybe the brown wood grain, which I love, is maybe too dark overall for my page. So I decide to go ahead and get that piece of arrow sort of paper and run it back through the machine and use that one instead, so that it has sort of a lighter feel for the page. As you can see in the video, the wood grain is beautiful and I really do love it, and I've used it on a multitude of projects. I just didn't have the light and bright effect for this layout. Again, I run the die cut through the Evolution with the Genius platform, go ahead and take it out, and then I'm going to just punch out all those tiny little hearts with my fingers that are inside of that larger heart shape. Now what was super cool about this is that I can save all those little hearts for the future and use those in like a pocket or as confetti or whatever, because they're super fun, and the paper that I used was very neutral. Now that I have that heart, I'm going to go ahead and I'll get it all trimmed up and ready for using it on my page. I have to tidy up my workspace always, and there are all those little cute hearts. They create some fun confetti, like I said. Now, as you can see here, it really just adds fun, brightness, and really just makes it a lot more whimsical than it looked before. It was very linear and stuff, which is great. This just adds a little bit of fun. Now I'll go ahead and adhere that down, and I backed it with a little bit of a sort of a ledger scrap of paper so that it didn't have the orange background, because I didn't really want it to be overwhelming. Now I'm going to go through all of my Happy Place tags and choose a few that'll make great accents for the page. Happy up at the top, which is fun. And then also I will use the little circle down on the right hand side with the heart and the house. And then I will also pull out some of the clear acetate tags and use those as well. Now I like to move those around a little bit because you never know how that's going to look on the page with the clear background, since it changes with whatever patterned paper that you're using. Once I've got those in place, I pull out some of those little strips, which are probably my favorite Chic Tag tags. I just love what they add, and the little phrases and stuff are super cute. And then, quite frankly, the blank ones are great too. Now, once I've got those in place, it's time to go ahead and start adding my title work. Now, I pull out the thickers that I want to use, as well as adding just a little bit of embellishment as well. Using a little bit of wood veneer with the tags adds some extra interest, which is very fantastic. Now, as you can see, I've got these aqua / turquoise thickers out, and I'm going to go ahead and add those to my page. They match that Happy Place paper perfectly. And I'll go ahead and just add them in and around the tags that I already have on the page. And once my title is complete, which the title is Working Together, there is room for a little bit of extra embellishment, and then also a little bit of room for machine stitching as well, which lately I've been using a lot because I like the finished look that it gives the page. Anyway, I hope you liked watching this video of Working Together. You can find the sketch and the blog post, and hopefully it'll be helpful and informative for you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.